Me? Happy posting? Oh my god. Also, I got new earphones and they have really great noise cancelling things. And I'm too lazy to take the case out of my jacket because I still need to go to the grocery store. And literally right after I finish recording this. But I cannot hear myself. So I took them out. Yes. Anyways, hi, welcome. Today I'm happy. Oh my god! I'm happy? Holy shit. Holy shit. It has arrived. Yeah, I had a really good day. I had a really good day yesterday as well. So that was fun. Because yesterday I stayed home. Actually, I think I recorded a video yesterday. But I didn't go to school. Whoopsies. Did my homework. Finished it. I'm pretty proud of it. Now, did it win? No. That's fine. I keep telling myself it's fine. And I'm not really a great winner in the sense of I've only placed first once in my life. And that was in England with the architecture thing. And I got €50, £50 on that. Holy shit. And I graded it were good. Yeah, that's insane. That's absolutely insane. Then I guess I came second with or third. I don't even remember. I think it was third. Yeah, we came third with the pop quiz, but we were the whole group. But I'm not a really great winner. My group has never won. But that was fine. I did place above his girlfriend. Which doesn't matter. She came 5th out of the 5 groups and I came 4th. But that's fine, that's funny. But yeah, also I'm not petty today because I'm happy. Even though that I know it sounds really petty, but trust me, that's just funny and I don't actually mean it. Because generally she made some really good things. So yesterday I went to a concert with my bestie, the one that I've known for several years, and we were in the exact same concert venue that we went to 6 years ago. 6 years ago in 2 months, because we went to Dodi back then, in 2019, February 13. And that was like the first concert we ever went to together, and honestly also kind of the only one. And when I think back on that, holy shit, so much has changed. So yesterday we went to MXM so fun, and Bia and her business was the pre-show, and I've never heard of her. Well, I saw her TikTok literally like a couple of days ago, and she has such good music. It was so much fun. MXM, she had some sad songs, but so many upbeat ones as well, and it was really fun. And then also, like, we came there 1 hour before the doors opened, and we're like, yeah, we'll just have a party in the back. The queue was so short. It was literally maybe like 3 rows or something, or maybe 4, and we were at the podium. Like, we were so close by. It was insane. I made eye contact with the pre-show. That was terrifying. Yeah. I don't like being perceived. Okay. I say while making videos, but nobody watches these, so it's fine. Anyways, that was so much fun. It was really great. And genuinely, it was so much fun. And then she came home here. Like, my friend came home with me because she lives up north on the other side of the country, and the train connections there are shit. And I live a little bit closer to Amsterdam, where we need to go. Live south. So yeah, she came over to stay here because otherwise she wouldn't have gone home. And she's moving in like less than a month, in like 3 weeks. It's insane. So like we also kept on talking about that. Like I couldn't shut up about it because I was so excited, and it's so weird, but it's so exciting. So yeah, then I woke up and then we just sat here and chilled here. And then, we went home. I went to school, had a meeting with the student counselor, which is, it's like really small. Like we don't really talk about like in-depth things, because it's a student counselor. It's to help with my studies, but it's still just so nice because like I just need somebody to talk to about these things, who's like, so okay, girl, what you're gonna do? She's gonna let's write it down like step by step what you're gonna do. I'm like, you're so right. So now I need to find an internship, and yeah, I was like, I'm like worried about that, like stressed about that. And she was like, okay, so like what's kind of the steps that you want to do or like need to do? And I'm like, okay, so first I need to update my portfolio, and then like I need to find things on LinkedIn, make an Excel sheet, and then she just wrote it down for me. I'm like, huh, yeah, so now that's also kind of clear in my head. I'm like, okay, tomorrow I'll work on my portfolio the entire day. That's nice. And that's great. And then I had visualization class, which is generally my most fun class. It's just so much fun. And it's funny because that's the one class that I have with my ex and his girlfriend. And like I am in a group with my ex, but I'm honestly kind of glad about that. But it was so awkward, like the first two lessons of that, because like in the like 5 minutes before the first class of that, he told me like, oh, we're dating. So in that entire first class, I was staring at the ground, being like, oh, holy shit. And I think I had the most bitch face ever because I was so upset. I was angry. I was like, and then we were in a group and like we needed to make something and we were so awkward because like it was like the second time we've ever talked and I did not know what to do. It was so awkward. God, and like because we needed like in that first class we needed to make a self-portrait. See, I have it right here. It's a little bit dusty. You see that this is me? We needed to recreate a picture of us, like a self-portrait of us, with like scraps of a book, like ripping it out and stuff. So I made this, yay. And I was in a group with him, and like so we were standing there. And it was so awkward, and it was a different girl that I had no idea who it is. And she looks very similar to literally 3 other girls in the class. It's so annoying. I cannot recognize her at all. And then and then like his girlfriend was like sitting right behind us doing that work, and eventually like he showed what he did to her and like the picture, and she was like, oh cute, and I'm just sitting there going like, oh, how the hell am I supposed to do anything? And then this class we have every 2 weeks, so then 2 weeks go by and then we have class again, and then that class she wasn't there, his girlfriend. So then he sat immediately next to me, and like he also was like, hi, like you want to talk afterwards? Because like he did still want to talk, and honestly I was going through it for those 2 weeks, so I was like, yes please, yes, because I needed to know if the guy cheated on me. He didn't. But then so after that class it was so awkward because yet again no idea what to do, didn't know anybody except for him, and it was really awkward. And then we talked for like 2 hours afterwards, and we kind of just talked about the relationships and like everything, and like I was like, yeah, so how did that go down? Because how did you start talking to like your now girlfriend? Because I was genuinely like, I need to know if he cheated on me or not. I didn't ask it that directly, but in my head I was like, did you cheat on me? And he didn't. But then also some like maybe harsh truths came out where it was like, yeah, I went to Vienna with my friends. And it was like I was happy again for the first time in a year, and I'm like, great, good. Great to hear. So fun, so nice. Like, oh, you moved. Oh, you got your shit together. Okay, great. So all I needed to do was sacrifice myself. Great. I'm not gonna think too much about it because then I'll be upset about it again. And then the next class, it was still a bit awkward because then like, I think then like 3 weeks went by or something. And actually, I think that was the class that our third group member, she was not there. So then we're like, all right. And also like every single time, if his girlfriend is there, then he will sit next to her immediately. And I'm like, bro, I am sitting in the middle of nowhere with nobody next to me, so everybody can sit around me. I don't get why the girlfriend is not just sitting next to me, please. Like my tactic this time was kind of to be like, okay, I'm just gonna enter after they have entered. But then they just enter literally 2 minutes after the class starts, and I'm already there in front of an empty classroom 5 minutes beforehand. So I'm always there, the first one there. Next time I'm just gonna tell him like, please, for the love of God, everybody just sit next to me, okay? Please. Because I don't care if you're all chatting and I'm sitting there. Like, please, this is awkward. Anyways. And yeah, so Then it was a little bit less awkward, but I still had no idea what to talk about and everything. And then like last week, we actually sat, or last week, like 2 weeks ago, we were in a different classroom and we sat with like some other people, and there was like a really social girl. She's nice. And she like also just like talked to us and stuff, so then we just talked. And then this week, don't know what was going on in his mind, but suddenly we talked so much. Like usually we kind of like halfway through we're gonna go on our phones. But this time we were just chatting the entire time. He was like, oh, like how are you? And I was like, oh, I'm a bit dizzy, but I'm good. Like how are you? I'm good and stuff. And then we talked a little bit about our a project. He didn't do anything, but that's fine. I didn't do anything last week, and also our church girl was like a little bit late. So by the time that she came, we were already talking about other things, and then we kind of talked about our stuff. Because I don't even know how it came up, but either I started talking. No, I think like I don't know. We were talking about like our water bottles because we both got a new one, or something. I'm closing my water bottle because I got this one for my new work that I started, so I'm not showing the logo. And then I was like, oh yeah, I got like a new water. I didn't know why we started talking about the water bottle, but then he also was like, oh, I also got like a new one because of work. I was like, and then, so we just kind of chatted about like our new work. So I was like, oh, like I thought you still worked at like the place where he used to work, and I was like, no, because they stopped giving me shifts. So we talked about that. Like we talked about like what we were doing and like how that was going, and then eventually I don't know, we kind of kept on bringing up other topics. Like I brought up how my friends are like moving and how they're both going into like this these buildings from like this company that he used to live in. Like literally one of my friends, like Bestie Tree, is moving into the same building as that he used to live in, where I also lived in basically, but unofficially. Not my home, but I know my way around. So we chatted a little bit about that, and then he also said like, oh yeah, there's a group chat. If she doesn't get added, like just let me know, I'll add her. So he's so nice. He's so nice. He literally let me live with him for several months rent free. I didn't even have to do that much. Genuinely, like we never talked about like, hey, do we need to have like a cleaning schedule or anything, which maybe we should have done. But it was kind of so like I just kind of hung out there, and then I just kind of stopped going home, and I just genuinely lived there. It was so wild. It was so natural as well. It's like just like today, it feels so natural. It's weird. And then I think I mentioned this park that's close to his place, because it has like a lot of dogs and he loves dogs. So I was like, oh yeah, I love that park. I was like, yeah. I don't know, some more moments go by, and then like there was barely any like awkward silence. Like we just kind of kept on chatting, and like the third girl, she was just chatting to somebody else. Like we were just constantly talking. He brought up like how he has a cat now, but like it's kind of unofficial. Just like, he was like, oh yeah, we also like. He was like, oh, you like cats, right? And I was like, yeah. And I was like, oh yeah, we also stole a cat. And I was like, what do you mean? And he was like, yeah. So this cat just comes around, and like today, like yesterday, I just opened the door and he just walked in, and like she just like slept on my couch today and stuff, and she just sat there and we're like feeding them, and like not everybody of the roommates like it. And I'm like, oh, not everybody likes it. And then he didn't mention who, but because also one of his roommates is literally, he was sitting like 3 tables away from us. So he showed some pictures of that. That was so cute. Also asked how his dog was doing. I was like, yeah, chilling. I'm gonna go to Budapest, where like he's from, or like a village around Budapest. Gonna go there soon. So I'm either thinking he's gonna go there in like the May break or the summer vacation. And I was like, yeah, I'm gonna go there with the train, or we did it in the Christmas break, and then I had like some delays. So like I was in this train for 45 minutes like without a ticket. It was so stressful. And yeah, it was just a lot of fun. We cracked some jokes and everything. We just kind of updated each other on our lives in a sense with like the new work. And like I asked about like his minor, which is like a thing in the Netherlands for like a semester you study something different. And I was like, yeah, didn't get into the logistics one, but I'm gonna do like this crowd safety managing thing. And I was like, oh, like my classmate, she did that and she's so enthusiastic about it, like she still talks about it. Yeah, I'm just mentioning all the things that we talked about because I cannot just go to my friends and be like, hey, so I chatted with him for quite a while, that was fun. But also, like, trust me, I'm getting more over him, but like I'm just happy because we chatted. Girl. So that's why I'm talking here. And then yeah, it was a lot of fun. The class starts, which then I needed to explain like my thing, and it was last. I was like so scared because I don't like having all the attention on me. But then that was fine. His girlfriend also asked me a question, and like that was nice. And we had some voting. It was really quick, but also like we chatted. I feel like for like 45 minutes or something. Because it is always like it starts off the class being like, okay, so submit your things and like discuss which like work gets submitted, and then things, and then like that always ends up taking like half an hour because the teachers just go out and like start talking, and they just and then like we need to explain our work, and then afterwards we have another voting, so then it's another like time period where we just can chat, and then we have like a break, and then like the voting's thing, and then like we have a break. So yeah, so many times to like just chat. So we just kind of chatted continuously through the class, and then at the presentation, or like the lecture kind of stuff, which was like 20 minutes. I feel like they need like 2 hours to fully go in depth for every lecture, but then because we do the voting thing, they do not have the time for it. Like I also mentioned him, like, yeah, this class needs to be like 3 hours, and he agreed. But then because it's a visualization thing, our assignment is to make like a visual. Our theme is like an alley, so we need to make an alley, and then add like people and add like stories in them. So they just went past like they had like an entire document with like so many like visuals, and then like all the people were like happy and there were like nothing going on, so they were just constantly like being very sarcastic about it and like criticizing it but being so sarcastic. So it was so funny. So me and him were like also just kind of like laughing the entire time. So it was so good. And then he said bye, and then the class ended, and then he said bye and I said bye, and like I don't know, it was good. So yeah, now like because also earlier this week we had class and we sat so close by each other and kind of ignored them because I just panicked. I had no idea what to do. So now I'll just be normal. I'll just be like, hey. And I'll be like, yeah, we're friends. Ish. But I don't know, it's I still feel very comfortable with him. That's like also just the thing, obviously. Like we dated for such a long time and we were just always together. So there's also like such an understanding with each other, and that's also like how like this breakup like we're so nice to each other because we have, I think, such a big understanding of each other, and that we're like both just people who like struggle as well, and like there's no like grudges or anything. Like obviously there are some things that are like, that wasn't the greatest, but that was, after the breakup and stuff, and I'm sure he has that as well. But like overall, I have so much appreciation for him, and I think he has that too for me. And like, it just feels so normal and like natural. It's wild, and I think it's also really weird. Like we're probably the two weirdest people in that sense to be like to observe us, because especially in that class, because like we have two classes and like we have the same teacher. I think I mentioned this before, but we have the same teacher for both of them. And so in the first couple of weeks we were so awkward, we were like not talking, and like still in that other class we don't really acknowledge each other because I panic, or like I just don't know how, or we're just so far apart that's like hello, yeah, that's weird. So we don't really talk that much, and then slowly over time with these classes we're talking more and more. But then also the second class is over, the second we're not sitting next to each other, we just don't talk. And it's like, I mean, they know that we dated, and by this time they definitely know that we have broken up, but it just, I don't know, because like the teacher, she's also, I feel like 26 or something, so she's quite young, so I'm sure she also has like associations and be like, And I'm still kind of wondering if she put us in a group together on purpose, because like I was sitting in front of him, like, but like diagonally, and I got like the number 2, and like my friend, or like my classmate next to me, she got 1. And then his girlfriend that I thought what he was sitting next to got 4. I think she's in group number 4. Like, how did that happen? And I think she just kind of went like to the back and stuff as well. But I just don't get actually how we got in a group together. So I have a feeling that maybe she did that on purpose, because she kind of did it jumpingly. But yeah, that's hilarious if she did that on purpose. So yeah, it was really nice talking to him. No, I don't know. I'm also trying not to make it sad or like start longing and stuff again. But it's also kind of like my daydreams. I like right now, I'm kind of stopped being delusional slowly, and like also I don't have the time for it. So I'm just slowly, like how I said earlier that it felt like he wasn't real. I think it's more like the daydream version that I have of him. It's so not real, and like now whenever I talk to him, I can like put that back together, like actually him is like back in my mind again, and like actually him right now is just us being very comfortable talking to each other, but then also like not outside of the allocated times basically. Because that's weird. That's too much. Like, I don't think I could ever go up to him and be like, hey, you wanna like grab a coffee? Because that would be too much. That would be like crossing this line of getting too close to each other again. And also, I think his girlfriend is a little bit insecure, because I mean, I would be, and looking at her music. So, like, I don't wanna cross anything of that. And then also, like, I don't really know if I would want that, because we cannot be friends, because he has always been more to me than that. So like I genuinely I love talking to him, and like in class and everything, and it's just kind of still having him in a little bit, but I could not be his friend, because I need to be more than that. To put it weirdly. But I do miss having him in his life. Like he makes me genuinely so happy. Like today as well, like I'm trying not to put all of like my reasoning for happiness onto him. But yeah, like talking to him has made me just very happy, you know, very good. And then also afterwards I talked to my friends, and now I have study plans for like tomorrow with set friends. Which will make me like walk half an hour or something to my friend's place, but it will be nice. And yeah, that his friend's place is around his place. But see, I'm a little delusional. Yeah, I don't know. I just have so much appreciation for him. Like I'm so grateful for him, and I still want nothing but the best for him. And obviously I want nothing but the best for me. But he has shaped my life in such a positive way. And also he has raised my standards so much. Like right now, my friends are also like, oh, you know, he's just a guy. And it's also to get me, you know, over him. Like, oh, you know, love is a lie. From Taylor Swift hits different. But I appreciate him so much. Because there's not a lot of people who would let their girlfriend of like 4 months or something practically move in. And I mean, yeah, okay, we're a little bit like fast and obsessive with each other, but it just felt so right. Like talking to him right now, also it just feels so right. Like us being awkward, that doesn't feel right, but like us being so comfortable with each other, it just feels so right. And yeah, there's just not a lot of people who would do that, because like my house was so shit. It was so warm. Like I could not sleep at night. There were so many unwanted animals, and like the more I spent somewhere else, the more I hated my own place. And he just let me stay there. And I mean, for him, it was also just like he really liked it, obviously. And also like at some point after the summer ended, I was like, okay, I probably need to go back to my own place and like start living there, because I have an internship and like, you know, there's a lot of things. But then in the first week it was still so warm that I couldn't sleep. So then I was like, can I please just sleep over at your place, because like yours is colder. And then we were like, oh, actually this works out. What if I just keep staying here? And I think we did actually like talk about that, being like, well, I mean, it works, so I could stay here, because I think he did actually want me to stay. So then we did. Yeah. And she's really nice. I know. I'm happy today. And maybe somewhere in the future our paths will like cross again. And if not, you know, I'm gonna build a very rich life for myself. Like also today's happiness, I'm like, okay, I don't need somebody like romantic wise to do all of this. Might change if I'm surrounded by couples again and I'm drinking, because that's always what happens. But right now I'm just happy, and I'm excited with my friends. I'm focusing on school, and yeah, I think this also, I don't know, it's the first time in such a long while that like I'm just happy. That's it. And like I'm scared sometimes, like whenever I'm happy again after such a long period of sadness, I'm scared, because then being sad hits a little bit harder, and also I'm like, oh, I'm happy, it can go away at any moment. Like I just need to enjoy this. I just see how I'm smiling. Oh my god. I cannot form a crush on my ex. This is so out of the blue, random thought. But usually, whenever I'm smiling this much, it's either because I'm like having the time of my life, or because I got a crush. I did not have butterflies with him when I talked today. But also like butterflies, I never actually got a crush on him. Like we just kind of started dating, and like it just felt right, and like I fell in love with him. And also still, like, that's really fun. Like talking about the appreciation that I have for him and everything. Like, it's definitely a form of love, and like I think maybe the love has changed, or like I don't know. Like I think this thing, like I still love him, but in a way of like I want the best for him. And so that's obviously to just let him live his life and everything. Yeah. I talked to him like once for like very properly. Like last time we also like talked, but this was just like us two constantly talking in class basically. And I'm back at being like, yeah, wait, like being like, he's truly like one of my people. Like he's not my person anymore, but he still feels like my person basically. As in like, he's still the one that I feel the most comfortable talking to and stuff. And like, there's only 4 people in the world that I feel so comfortable talking about and like talking to and like being completely myself, and that's him, and that's like my 3 besties. So yeah, I'm kind of like, I think I was also kind of scared that because we were so awkward the entire time that maybe have gone away, but it's still exactly the same. So I also feel like obviously we have changed, because like, you know, we have different haircuts, different things, and like we have different water bottles and like different phone like cases, different houses, but we're still the same person in the sense of it's still so easy to talk to him. I guess it's good that he has. I mean, it is good that he has a girlfriend in that sense. Like, it was fast and that absolutely made me like go insane. But also, and then I went through the entire missing period, and now I'm very much going into the acceptance, which is very nice. The acceptance slash appreciation slash love for him, which is really weird. But also, because if he didn't have a girlfriend, I would have been bothering him probably a lot more, which would have not been good for a relationship or anything. And now it's just, I'm just gonna focus on myself, and we'll see what happens. We know where to find each other. We still have each other on every single social media. So yeah, it's nice. I don't know. Yeah, there's just a whole happy rambling about him, which I cannot tell to anybody. Like, I tweeted on my private account being like, yeah, I'm very happy, you know, we chatted for like 2 nights the entire class, but I'm not gonna go into detail being like, yeah, so we talked about work, and I know where he works now, and like, he got a cat, not legally, but like kinda, and like, all of these things, and then all of my friends are gonna be like, girl, you're delusional, girl, you're not over him. I'm like, let me just be, okay? Like, let me just be a little insane, little stalker, and like just happy about how we talked. Hey, I had a little bit of a breakdown earlier, either on Monday or Tuesday, right before I went to bed, and I prayed to God, like, to let it be better or something. I kind of forgot the exact prayers that I said. But you know, I have faith in him, and so everything will be all right. Okay, everything. Like, I learned so much about myself because of this breakup, and oh my god, it sucked so much. But I've learned so much about myself, and it's been so nice. So yeah, cue to me in like 2 months when I actually don't have class with him anymore, and I'll be sad about that because then it's like, yeah, okay, he will not be in my life anymore. This is weird. Although I know that he will be at school. So, but then like we won't talk. Sometimes I'll probably just be at school working because I mean I have internship and half the people are working from home. But yeah, who knows? Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? I did look straight today. Did I have my hair half up like this today? No. But still. And I can look. Yay! Okay, and this was 30 minutes of happily rambling. I think these videos are also really funny to see, like also very nice kind of for me to see back how like my emotions change and stuff, and like how they appear to other people. And obviously this is talking to myself, so I'm like the most myself. But also like I can now very distinctively see like, oh, when I'm sad or like when I'm tired, I have such a different demeanor than like what I do right now. Like currently I'm just currently smiling the entire time. And I smile very easily when I'm around other people, and maybe it's also masking, who knows. But people have always said like, oh, you're like such a smiler and stuff. I'm like, hey. And also usually when I'm around other people, I'm also just happy, so. Yes. God, I also somebody actually needs to watch these videos, like a psychologist or something, to just psychoanalyze me and be like, okay, so this, because I think it's a very interesting case about going through a breakup and like all the feelings and emotions with it and like how I present myself. Anyways, it's now 6:30, 6:40. I have not had dinner and I still need to wash all of my dishes. I'm so hungry. Oops. So we need to go to the store, we need to have some dinner, and then we need to wash the dishes. I love microwave meals. I have done a little bit too much lately, but that's fine. Once I have washed my dishes, we can do some more things. This is talking about things that don't matter anymore. Anyways.